December 26, 1996, remains a haunting date in true crime history. On that morning, 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey was discovered murdered in the basement of her family home in Boulder, Colorado. She had been a vibrant child, a rising beauty queen, and the heart of her family. Yet, her tragic death quickly spiraled into a case riddled with contradictions, drawing national attention and igniting intense speculation. A ransom note, oddly specific and suspiciously lengthy, was found inside the home. Law enforcement arrived, yet crucial mistakes compromised the crime scene. What should have been a straightforward investigation soon became a tangled web of conflicting evidence, unanswered questions, and public scrutiny that still lingers nearly 3 decades later. Was the killer someone inside the house, or did an unknown intruder slip in undetected? Forensic advancements and investigative breakthroughs have brought the case back into the spotlight time and again. But each revelation seems only to deepen the mystery. Theories range from elaborate cover-ups to shocking outside connections, but no conclusive answers have ever emerged. The stakes could not be higher. A young child lost her life in circumstances that defy logic, leaving behind a puzzle with missing pieces. The world remains captivated, desperate for closure in a case that should have been solved long ago. Could the truth finally be within reach? Unraveling this mystery demands a closer look at every crucial detail. Stay until the very end to uncover new developments, hidden clues, and insights that may hold the key to solving one of the most perplexing crimes in American history. A quiet morning after Christmas turned into a nightmare when a desperate 911 call shattered the silence in Boulder, Colorado. Patsy Ramsey, the mother of 6-year-old JonBenét, reported that her daughter was missing. She had discovered a ransom note left inside the house, demanding exactly $118,000, a curiously specific amount that matched John Ramsey's annual work bonus. From the very beginning, nothing about this case seemed ordinary. Law enforcement arrived, but crucial mistakes compromised the investigation before it had even begun. The house was not sealed off, and family friends moved freely through the crime scene, potentially disturbing vital evidence. Instead of an organized forensic search, officers initially treated the case as a kidnapping, unaware of the horrifying discovery that lay just hours ahead. As tension mounted, John Ramsey and a close family friend began searching the house. Their search led them to the basement, where the unimaginable was waiting. Behind a door in a small, windowless room, John found JonBenét's lifeless body. Her wrists had been bound, and a makeshift garrote fashioned from a paintbrush had been used to strangle her. The horror of the moment was undeniable, yet the circumstances surrounding her death only deepened the mystery. A closer examination revealed a devastating head injury. Her skull had been fractured by a forceful blow. Yet, despite the violent nature of the attack, there were no clear signs of forced entry into the home. This contradiction raised immediate questions. Was the killer someone who had access to the house, or had an intruder managed to slip in undetected? Investigators struggled to make sense of the conflicting evidence. The ransom note suggested a kidnapping, but the body being left inside the home contradicted that theory. The garrote pointed to premeditation, yet the head trauma indicated sudden violence. Nothing about the crime scene aligned perfectly, leaving law enforcement without a clear path forward. Inconsistencies within the investigation only fueled public speculation. Some believed the case was a tragic accident that spiraled out of control, while others suspected a deliberate and calculated murder. The more details emerged, the more questions remained unanswered, setting the stage for one of the most debated true crime cases in history. What truly happened that night? Was this a crime committed by someone within the house, or did an outsider slip into the Ramsey home under the cover of darkness? The search for the truth had only just begun, and the evidence would soon lead investigators down an unexpected path. Detectives faced a daunting question from the very start. Was this a crime committed by someone inside the home, or had an outsider slipped in unnoticed? With no clear signs of forced entry, the focus quickly shifted inward. Investigators scrutinized every aspect of the Ramsey household, searching for inconsistencies that might unravel the truth. Several elements immediately cast suspicion on the family. The ransom note found inside the house raised red flags. Experts argued that its length, wording, and the fact that it had been written on the Ramseys' own notepad made it appear staged rather than a genuine demand for money. Handwriting analysis proved inconclusive, yet doubts lingered over its authenticity. Discrepancies in the family's statements only fueled further skepticism. Patsy Ramsey's frantic 9011 call contained background noises that forensic specialists believed indicated Burke, JonBenét's older brother, might have been awake. This contradicted the official claim that he had been asleep throughout the ordeal. Additionally, experts suggested that the crime scene appeared manipulated, with JonBenét's body seemingly redressed and repositioned in a way that could suggest an effort to mislead investigators. Despite these troubling observations, no physical evidence conclusively tied any family member to the crime. DNA testing failed to place them at the scene in a way that implicated them in the murder. While suspicions persisted, the forensic findings remained frustratingly inconclusive. In 1999, a grand jury voted to indict John and Patsy Ramsey for child abuse resulting in death. Yet the district attorney declined to move forward with charges, citing insufficient evidence to secure a conviction. As the investigation unfolded, the lack of definitive proof against the family opened the door to alternative theories. If the Ramseys were not responsible, could an unknown intruder have committed the crime? Every new detail only seemed to complicate the case further, leaving the world desperate for answers that remained just out of reach. Not everyone believed the Ramseys were responsible. Some investigators pointed to evidence suggesting an outside attacker had entered the home. The most compelling clue was the presence of unidentified male DNA found on JonBenét's underwear, DNA that did not match any family member. Despite exhaustive testing, no known suspect was ever linked to the sample, leaving its origin a mystery. A potential entry point also raised questions. A basement window, found partially broken, had initially been dismissed as a factor. However, some experts theorized that an intruder could have used it to slip inside undetected. Additionally, peculiar marks on JonBenét's body led forensic specialists to consider the possibility of a stun gun being used, a method that could indicate a calculated attack by an unknown assailant. Even with these troubling findings, the investigation failed to identify a definitive suspect. No arrests were made, and without stronger evidence, the theory remained unproven. As time passed, the case lost momentum, drifting into the realm of speculation, where theories clashed but no clear answers emerged. The question remained: was the real perpetrator someone who had always been overlooked? Decades have passed, yet the case continues to cast a long shadow over investigators and the public. In recent years, advancements in forensic science have reignited hope. Authorities revisited key evidence in 2002, applying modern DNA testing in an attempt to uncover new leads. While these efforts brought renewed attention to the case, they did not yet provide the long-awaited breakthrough. Potential suspects have emerged over time, including individuals with disturbing criminal histories. Among them was a confessed pedophile who made shocking claims about JonBenét. but investigators found no conclusive evidence tying him, or anyone else, to the crime. With each new name, anticipation builds, only to be met with further disappointment, as definitive proof remains elusive. Public fascination with the case has not faded. Investigative documentaries continue to dissect every detail, introducing fresh theories and keeping the mystery alive. Yet, the ultimate question lingers. Will forensic advancements finally unmask the killer? Or is this destined to remain one of America's most chilling unsolved crimes? The murder of JonBenét Ramsey is more than an unsolved crime. It is a haunting reminder of justice left incomplete. A 6-year-old child was taken in the most tragic way. Yet the truth remains locked behind conflicting theories, disputed evidence, and decades of speculation. Whether the answer lies within the walls of her home or in the hands of an unknown intruder, one undeniable fact remains: JonBenét deserves justice. Over the years, public opinion has been sharply divided. Some believe the intricate ransom note and staged elements of the crime scene point towards someone within the household. Others argue that the presence of unidentified DNA and possible forced entry suggest an external assailant. Despite countless investigations, no one has been definitively linked to the crime, leaving the case shrouded in uncertainty. As forensic technology advances and new theories emerge, there is still hope that the mystery can be solved. But until then, the question lingers: was the true culprit hiding in plain sight, or did a stranger slip away unnoticed? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know where you stand on this case that continues to grip the world.